How you start and end your day as an entrepreneur significantly matters. I'm excited to talk to you today about how you can make more money in less time doing more of what you love, specifically through up-leveling your mindset. And today we're going to talk mostly about morning routines. I thought it'd be actually kind of fun to throw it back to my book days. So I'm going to take a minute to tell you what my routine was like when I was on the book field. What's the book field? That's when I was a college student selling books door to door, and I would cold call, knock on doors 12, 13 hours a day, and this is the way I paid for my college. And so I had a very strict morning routine because, as you can imagine, knocking on doors, doing the cold call selling, it's pretty challenging. And the way that you can really excel, I believe a way that I was able to end in the top 10 in the nation was through formatting and working through my mindset. And so, yes, you can have all the strategy in the world, you can read the right books, you can have the right tools, but what really is the component that really propels you forward is your headspace. And I believe if you start your day and you condition your mind right away of how you want to show up in the world and how you want your thinking patterns to be, this can critically change the way that you're able to impact the world. Okay, so my morning routine on the book field. The alarm would go off at 6:32. I would hit the floor and start doing crunches right away. I had no snoozing of the alarm, jumped right out of bed, hit the wooden floor, started doing crunches. Then I would jump into a freezing cold shower, which would sort of shock my body awake, and I would sing a line from the Book Girl song. It's a great day to be a book girl, best day I know, hey! And I would sing a refrain of that, and then once I was finished that, I knew it was time I could turn off the shower. I got ready very quickly, packed my lunch, went through the same sort of habits and routines there, and I was out the door within 15-20 minutes. I would then show up at the same breakfast diner, and I would read my motivational material, I would journal, and then I would work to plan my day. After I ate the same breakfast that I had every morning, I would then go out into the parking lot with a bunch of other book people, and we would sing and dance, and we would just get so pumped up for the day. Then I would get into my 1999 Monte Carlo that was decked out with motivational quotes, all of these positive thoughts that would help prime my mind, and I would be on my way to my first stop of the day. Okay, it's a bit crazy, it's a bit weird, but it has some serious helpful components that I'd love to bring to you today. Okay, so what was one of the key things that I did to start my morning? I did not snooze my alarm. So I think this is a really key thing for us, because when we snooze the alarm, when we continually roll back around in bed and get that extra 7 minutes of sleep, what are we telling our subconscious right away? We're telling ourselves it's totally fine to procrastinate. It's fine to put our biggest hope or our agenda, the first thing that we planned, on hold, to push it off. So we don't want to tell our subconscious that. So make sure you do not snooze your alarm in the mornings. And here's a couple ways you could maybe support yourself in this. Perhaps it's putting your phone and charging it across the room, so when the alarm goes off, you have to get out of bed. There's also a really cool app called the Alarmy app. Check it out. You have to go scan something in order for your alarm to turn off. It's pretty cool. Okay, so no snoozing of the alarms. Then I physically woke my body up, right? I was doing crunches, I was in the cold shower, singing and dancing. Wow, the way that we show up in the world, our physical body being primed really matters. It can completely change our energy, our creativity, our thinking. So having something in your mornings to physically wake your body up is key. This may not be your full workout, a full run. I know for me, I have a hard time with that, because then it feels like I got to do a whole run and shower and get ready, and then I'm behind. So maybe it's just 10 minutes of stretching and yoga, or maybe it's doing some crunches and sit-ups. Whatever that might be for you, find a way to physically wake your body up. Okay, then I would have a routine, a rhythm that was very timed, tight, succinct on the getting ready, the menial tasks that take up our time in the morning. The lunch prep, going to the same diner, getting ready, like those things can be condensed in our mornings. So how can you think about the things that you do? Sometimes I even set an alarm for my makeup routine, and I'm like, okay, I got to get this done in 7 minutes. So how can you take time and compress it on those things that really don't move the needle in your life? I would challenge you to think about that. Okay, so then I would show up to the same diner and I would have my motivational reading, my journaling, that kind of thing. Having a space for that time to read, collect new information, prime your mindset. I think that's when I would read a book, The Best Salesman in the World, different things like that. And journal, I would have some quiet time, just of like silence. So how can you create that in your morning routine? I love going out on my new master balcony and doing my Devo, taking a few minutes of quiet, of silence, reading that and taking that in. And then sometimes I'll journal, sometimes I'll read my letter from my future self, something like that. And then it's planning. So that's when I would take out my maps and of my neighborhoods and sketch out and see what appointments I had, who did I need to follow up with, where was I heading for the day, where was my first knock of the day. So setting your intentions, getting really clear on your plan for your day, I promise you're going to be more laser focused, more productive, more intentional in how you show up. So make sure you have space for silence, reading, journaling, and then planning your day. Something I do now too is when I'm getting ready is when I listen to a blink list or a podcast. So I want to have time in my days where I'm learning, where I'm soaking in new information. My brain's pretty fresh in the morning and I've not gotten into my phone or my Voxer, my emails, my desk, all that. So that's a really good time for me to soak things, new information in. It can be hard for me to find time to do like a 20 or 30 minute reading, but I can totally listen to a podcast or a blank list while I'm getting ready so I can kill two birds with one stone. And I mentioned not getting on your phone right away. So perhaps you don't even use your phone for an alarm. Maybe you get a different clock or something like that. But I very much recommend not even getting to your phone and becoming reactive to how people are reaching out to you via email, via text, scrolling on your Instagram. Try to just put that away. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Use an actual alarm clock. Wait until you've gotten through your routine and you've set your intentions for your day. You've set your headspace for the day before you get on your phone and start to scroll. Maybe you don't even start to scroll, which would be even better, but progress, steps, right? Okay, so that's some of the things that I think are super, super important as you start your morning routine. Let's do a quick review. First, no snoozing of the alarm. We're not priming our subconscious to tell us it's okay to procrastinate. Physically wake your body up. Maybe it's not your full workout, but you're priming your body. You're getting your energy moving, your blood flowing. Okay, then it's silence, reading, journaling, whatever that might look like for you. Taking in new information, really setting your headspace, your intentions. This is where I also like to visit my affirmations or my letter from my future self. I currently use the High Performance Planner. So the next one is your planner, which also has a set of questions around morning mindset. How do I want to show up into today? What's like one phrase that's going to lead my day? What's something that could stress me out, and how am I going to handle that? I love asking myself these questions, and I also love to record my gratitudes and the things that I'm working to manifest. Every morning, starting ourselves with that headspace of gratitude and thinking of the future of where we're going and leading ourselves is so, so key. So in the midst of your journaling, reading, silence, planning, those are the types of questions, the types of things I would encourage you to do. Then I love to listen to like a podcast or a blink list and work to condense the time down of the things that are menial tasks that really don't move the needle. Okay, so that's your morning routine. I would highly recommend figuring out what are 1-2 things that you want to do to just start creating this, or perhaps you already have a morning routine, but some of the things I brought up are stirring your creativity and you're excited to kind of implement some new things. So I'd love for you to kind of decide what those are. And I think an evening routine is super, super important as well. Perhaps it's you have a planner that has a reflection, you use the 5-minute journal, you write your gratitudes out, and then you have a reflection. But some way to really assess, like, what can I learn from my day? What was I really grateful for? What were the challenges? This creates a cycle of reflection and learning in our lives. And I also love to spit out the to-do list that's in my brain for the next day so that I can go to sleep and not stress. Okay, that's morning, evening routines. Super, super important to prime our mindset. I'm so excited for you to figure out how you can up-level your routines.